Welcome back to our Positive Thinker seminar series. Now we have finished two topics or two sessions, identifying divine guide and spirit of the Bhagavad Gita. Today we are going to talk about qualifications of an ideal disciple. So most of you have attended all the sessions, 4 classes. I am seeing some new faces. Okay. Acha, acha. You missed out, yeah. You missed on, but you might have heard on audio. All of you are part of the group Positive Thinker WhatsApp group, because we are sending audio if you have missed. And you can also subscribe to our channel, Peace ISKCON Govindham Rave, on which these lectures are put up. So whenever there is any lecture put up, you will automatically get a notification if you subscribe to notifications, so you may not miss anything. So this today's topic, now in a sequence of whatever we have seen up to now, identifying a divine guide, how it is related to our positive spirit. We explained that the positive spirit, which will be for a spiritually minded person, especially for keeping a positive spirit becomes little difficult. Why? We explained elaborately why it becomes little difficult. Because we know a higher reality. When there is a running race of 100 meters, then probably you can put up all your energy. When it becomes 200 meters, it becomes little difficult to keep positive spirit for a athlete. If it is a 500 meters running race, then it takes a lot of toll. If it is a marathon, what it is called, some kilometers you go.
22.5 miles.
Right. So those running races, I'm doing that. So those running races are very difficult to have. No ordinary person can take really part in that with a positive spirit. It takes a lot of effort to win such a cross country. I think they call it cross country. It's very tough. So why spiritually minded person feels difficult to keep positive spirit many times is one of the reasons is he knows how long a running race is there for a spirit soul to get out of all issues, all problems, birth, old age, disease, death, that we saw in Discover Yourself. That for a spiritualist, the race is not only this life, because he is not only concerned about bodily existence, he is concerned about whatever reactions he is going to incur and what effect he is going to face in the future. And sometimes the situation around us is not conducive, especially in Kali Yuga. It's not conducive for spiritual progress. So that also makes us little negative. Then there are some principles that one has to follow in spiritual life. He knows that he is accountable for any action. What kinds of action we explained? How is karma done? We explained that karma is done through what? Kayena manasa buddhya kevalaihi indriyairapi योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति मतलब कर्म कैसे किया जाता है? कायेन मतलब by body, manasa mind. So mind also matters. What we think also matters in the region of karma and its phala. So internal purity also is a challenge, especially when there are all reversals around us and nobody really appreciates today. If somebody is spiritual, nobody appreciates. In fact, people think opposite. Being materialistic and being situated on bodily enjoyment is all in all. That's what people think, and spiritualists are mad, they feel like that. So it becomes difficult to keep positive spirit. And this positive thinker is an attempt, systematic attempt to bring to a level of positivity which will transcend the bodily existence. Means even if body is gone at the time of death, we will still be positive, which is really a positive spirit. Not that some negativity happens nowadays. People are not able to tolerate the difficulties. The old generations could tolerate a lot, but today new generations, little failure, it leads them to take an extreme step, even sometimes suicide. What is the reason? I failed in some exam. Exam? What is exam? There are people who have failed in exams are doing excellent in their career. I have seen personally some of my friends, they failed. They took 8 years to complete engineering degree. We were laughing at them at that time, what you are doing. But now they are far ahead in career. So life is full of opportunities, and the broad vision of life, broader is the vision, better is our ability to face the reversals in life. So that positive spirit comes after understanding develops on a spiritual level, spiritual platform, mature understanding. Sometimes only information or awareness based understanding is not sufficient. I am a spirit soul. Everybody knows. Somehow or the other they have heard somewhere, I am a spirit soul. What is the use? Until unless they are really situated on the platform of being a soul. So we saw in Discover Yourself how substance and shadow, that chapter, that session explained us what is a shadow life. And we see that everybody, including us, when we are acting on material platform, we are in a shadowy existence which has no value, which will finish. It's like a dream. It will finish within no time. We see nowadays, last week from Jnana Prabodhini school, there is my son is studying there. So there are some sports activities for parents. One of the parents, he played cricket match whole day, and then the next day he collapsed in house and died. His age was below 35, I think. So who can say that this shadowy existence will last longer? For nobody it is like that. Anybody and everybody can be, picked up anytime. So death is a harsh reality, and we have to face it. So positive spirit means to face it very healthily. Srila Prabhupada used to say, you don't know where you are going after death. I know where I am going after death. So that is the power of positive spirit, which is based on spiritual realization and spiritual practice. We don't even fear death. That is real positive spirit. So to get that spirit, first step is what? Identifying divine guide. That we saw elaborately. You can go through audio if you have not heard or forgotten. So we saw how in that chapter we saw how blind attachment to bodily platform leads to a miserable life. We saw why spiritual master is absolutely necessary. We saw some simple example that we accept a guide or a guru for small things in life, and we avoid it for spiritual achievement, which is the most difficult, most confidential, most scientific, and most most trustworthy way of life, where we can impose our trust. Everybody there, everywhere there will be cheating. Pure spirituality, there will be no cheating. It is promised in the Bhagavad Gita. Where? We quoted that. Where is it promised? In Bhagavad Gita? Do you remember? Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram. Pavitram means no cheating. Uttamam, topmost. Pratyakshavagamamam. You will get all, you will see everything face to face in spirituality. You will see how Guru is not different than Krishna, face to face. You will realize it when we follow serious spiritual. You will realize the Yuga Dharma of chanting of holy names, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. How Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not different than Radha Krishna. You will be able to see it. That is what is meant by Pratyaksha Dharmyam. It is path of supreme morality, supreme religiosity, supreme spirituality, supreme perfection, dharmyam, susukham, full of happiness. It's guaranteed to give pure happiness. And on that path, if you want to walk, we don't want to take help of a guru. That is not accepted by scriptural teachings. Scriptural teachings want us to seriously identify a spiritual master and surrender to him. So therefore absolute necessity is there. Then we saw identifying genuine versus fake. How we can identify a genuine spiritual master. There are cheating in the names of spirituality also. So we have to identify. We gave example, there is a university which is accredited as, there are colleges which are affiliated to the university or something like University Grant Commission, UGC. There are authorized teachers there, authorized syllabus is there, authorized way of taking exams is there. Learning means a serious business. Similarly, authorized Guru Shishya Parampara is there. That is the first thing that one has to see. We quoted from scriptures as to which are the authorized Guru Shishya Parampara now in Kali Yuga. Who are their representatives? And it is nothing like we want to promote ourselves like a sales, marketing, advertisement, medical representative. No, it's a plain truth. As it is a truth ki an authorized representative of an engineering college who teaches engineering, professor, he is the professor of our college. He will teach you. If somebody is declared anybody else, not getting instructions from him, you may be cheated. If I open some engineering college इधर और वो किसी से affiliated नहीं है, I am self-declared professor, I have self-declared syllabus, it won't work. Generally, we have people in general don't have any spiritual knowledge, sufficient spiritual knowledge to even identify what is spirituality. Before taking admission to a college, don't we see that whether this is authorized college, what is its track record, what is its accreditation? We see all of that. Or do we blindly put we see putting children in even school. People have so much of fight and struggle. They are ready to pay lakhs and lakhs of rupees to learn ABCD. And this is spirituality, it's most serious business. How do we don't identify a proper school or proper teacher? It's not that a self-proclaimed guru can be really spiritual guru. Spiritual guru is a very, very serious relation for a disciple. So this is also part of qualification of a disciple. That's why I am again repeating it. The disciple also has to be intelligent, sufficiently intelligent to at least identify who is genuine and who is fake. So we saw qualifications of a guru. What is the guru's understanding of God? Whether he himself proclaims that he is God. We saw all this. What benediction guru gives to disciple. What is guru's relation with wealth, woman. All of that we saw. Followers. What's guru's general behavior. Yes.
Can we have multiple gurus?
We can have. That also we saw. There is one initiating spiritual master, Diksha Guru. There are many Shiksha Gurus. Shiksha Gurus are those spiritual masters who teach important spiritual lessons to us on behalf of our initiating spiritual master. But one very refined point is there that every spiritual path, genuine bona fide spiritual path, is like a relationship between a mother and a son. So, son recognizes mother and son doesn't change mother. It's an eternal relationship. Similar thing is with spiritual master. You can't jump one spiritual master to another spiritual master. Like you can't, ये माँ मुझे पसंद नहीं है, मुझे वो दूसरी माँ लेके आओ, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. It's not like that. It's a very sacred relationship. It's not jumping. That's why identifying spiritual master is very serious. It's an internal thing, deep thing. And spiritual master already knows your Swarup. He already knows how are you connected to God. What is your eternal position. He already knows it. So he reveals to you your eternal nature. In fact, if you go to one spiritual master and then again go to some other spiritual master, a genuine spiritual master will send you back to your original spiritual master. That because he also sees who you are situated where, he knows. So one of, good that you asked this question, one of the important duties of a disciple is to seriously relate with his spiritual master in a very intimate way. It's not ये दुकान पे वो मिल रहा है, वो दुकान पे वो मिल रहा है, ऐसा नहीं है spiritual master का. Spiritual master teaches you something. Sometimes what happens, many followers, what they do, this spiritual master is giving something better than that spiritual master. Then initially itself you have to see that. And other thing is Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. One who has opened your eyes, one who has given you a spiritual birth, he is your spiritual master. So he is like mother. How can you be so disgraceful that, if I can use that word, that one who has to open your eyes to real spiritual world, you leave him and go to somebody else, because Krishna sends a spiritual master to you. There are gradations of spiritual master, like there is first standard syllabus and teacher, second standard teacher, third standard teacher, like that. There are spiritual masters who are progressively ahead in their teachings, but that doesn't mean a first standard teacher can't teach 10th standard syllabus. They can teach, but for your stage it is required to be first standard syllabus, otherwise you won't be able to go ahead. So that is one more thing one has to understand. So lot of spiritual masters are required. Everyday life we need spiritual master, but not multiple spiritual masters. Guidance of spiritual master through sadhus who are trained by that spiritual master. It's a community of devotees. It's well protected. So that is called association of devotees. You are protected in your faith. You are protected on your path. You should not, like Srila Prabhupada was very much concerned if some of his Western disciples would go and seek different ashramas and go and try to learn many things from many people. He used to be concerned because they may get cheated, and they are not understanding that what is loving motherly affection of a guru. They are not able to understand. The guru has come to physical mortal world for deliverance of his disciples. There is an assignment from Krishna himself, and then the disciple says no, that mother, this mother, then what he can do. So that is also important. But principles and inspiration to surrender to spiritual master can be taken from any guru. Like if a guru is explaining in a language which is more suitable to you, that guru will not change your initiating guru or your spiritual master. He will inspire you to surrender to that spiritual master. He will not change the guru mantra for you. Guru will give you a mantra. That mantra is your connection to Krishna. The other guru will not change that mantra. I hope you are getting my point. And then the relationships are also like when you get married, you find even scriptures say that you find your suitable match according to astrological calculations. So this kind of suitable match is also there as far as different Guru Shishya Paramparas are there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is giving now the highest level of relationship. It's like who do you think is the topmost groom for you if a bride is asked? Do you want to get married? What is the highest expectation? Who is fulfilling that highest expectation? So for spiritual seekers, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give the highest perfection of spiritual life. So in that way also you can be rest assured that if you are getting connected to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, you don't have to go anywhere else. I am being so much bold based on what is there in scriptures. Okay. So then we also saw check and balance system through Guru Sadhu scriptures.
Prabhuji, you can also be one guru for us now.
No.
Okay, because we are
Not initiating spiritual master.
So not initiating. The other gurus, what you said.
Shiksha Guru, Vartma Pradarshak Guru, you may say it. So then we saw, I hope I covered a little bit of summary of what we saw. Details you can go through in the audio or even the book. Then we saw, since we had a break of 2 weeks, I am elaborately summarizing, and also it is related to disciple. Then we saw spirit of the Bhagavad Gita. Spirit of the Bhagavad Gita, we saw that how Bhagavad Gita is important scripture, most important scriptures out of all scriptures, most important scripture of all Vedic literature. We also saw what spirit one should approach Bhagavad Gita with. We saw whether Bhagavad Gita is real or symbolic. Symbolic means it's just a story created for a small child, like a mother may create a story. She knows the psychology of child, and so to keep her quiet and happy, she makes her own stories and tells her. Is it something like that? No. We saw that Bhagavad Gita is a real thing that has happened. What did we see as scientific evidence? We saw what scientists have discovered. Dwarka, they have discovered. We saw many artifacts were found out. We saw the carbon dating techniques, radiology, satellite imagery, all of that has proven that there existed a city, huge city called Dwarka, which had great, huge walls, great structures, great ceramic material based creations, all that we saw. So we saw that it's not a mythology, but it's a historical account. And then we saw that the spirit of the Bhagavad Gita is that not to miss the real goal and purpose of the Bhagavad Gita. The real goal of the Bhagavad Gita is Sarva Dharman Parityajya, devotion to Lord Krishna. That is the purpose. And Bhagavad Gita for yoga, Ashtanga yoga, pranayam, Bhagavad Gita for management, Bhagavad Gita, all these are offshoots or side effects. They are not the main purpose of the Bhagavad Gita. Main purpose of the Bhagavad Gita is to get connected to our Supreme Lord, Supreme Person from whom we are taking everything. Somebody may feel, why Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is supreme goal. Why? I don't want Krishna. Somebody may feel like that, which is genuine, because we don't know who is Krishna. Who is Krishna for us? What is our relationship with him? We saw why we should be aware of this, conscious of this. Because Matta Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha. Krishna says that I am the source of your memory, source of your forgetfulness, I am source of your intelligence. It says Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. I am digesting your food every day. Every day somebody is digesting our food. Every day somebody is giving us all intelligence to work. Every day somebody is becoming our ability. I am ability of a man, Krishna says. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. I am the taste of water. What will happen if we don't have water? There is no existence. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhava. Because of food, living beings subsist on food. And Parjanyatanna Sambhava, because there is rain, there is food. Yajñāt bhavati parjanyo, because there is a sacrifice in human society based on yajñah karma samudbhavam, because human beings are doing their kartavya karma according to scriptures. However number of human beings are doing that, because of their kartavya, yajna is happening, and yajñāt bhavati parjanyo, because of that rain is happening. Yajñānām japa yajñosmi. One of the names of Lord Vishnu is Yajna, because Vishnu himself is manifestation of Yajna. And Yajñānām japa yajñosmi. I am best Yajna in the form of Japa Yajna, Japa, chanting of the holy name. And chanting of the holy names is not different than Krishna. What is that verse? Abhinnatvam nama namino. Nam and Nami, word Krishna and Krishna are non-different. So our karma is for Krishna, which is Yajna, and because of that Yajna, rains are coming. Droughts will haunt the human civilization more and more as Yajna becomes rare and rare. At the end of the Kali Yuga, there will be no rain, because there will be no Yajna, there will be no chanting of the holy names, no Kartavya Buddhi for human beings. So rain, basically water and food, everything is dependent on Krishna and our karma, Kartavya karma with Krishna. So how can we neglect Krishna? Connecting to Krishna is the basic purpose of the Bhagavad Gita. That is the spirit of it. Yes.
Last week, Prabhuji said that Krishna does not exist in us, Krishna does not exist in everything. To get Krishna, you have to raise your level. So, is it not contrary?
So, this is like, is mother present in you?
Not exactly, but I have.
But is. Yes. So, same spirit. Now you are, what is your age?
28.
Okay, you are working somewhere. What is your profession?
IT engineer.
You are IT engineer. Do you do software design, software programming? Is the software program written by you has your presence?
No, but it is written by me.
So it is your presence. If somebody says, whose creation is this? It is your creation. So you are present in that creation in the form of your energy, of intelligence and learning and skills, capabilities. In that energy form you are existing. But you are not existing there. You are not that software code. Similarly, Krishna exists in his energies here. Now if you write a software by which you can monitor certain thing, and then there is a notification that is generated by the software and it is informed to you. So you will, even being not present, you can be present. You are watching. Similarly, Krishna's energies are watching. So his presence is there in that form. As a person, he is not there. But as a person, if somebody says, I want to meet Bill Gates, who is the original generator of Microsoft Windows. Can somebody by just wishing or seeing Microsoft Windows meet him? No. Similarly, he has to go through a process. Similarly, in that spirit, to achieve Krishna, the process is given by the Bhagavad Gita or the scriptures or by the Guru. Okay. Sufficient? Clear. Okay. So we saw that is the goal of the Bhagavad Gita. We saw what is the relevance of the Bhagavad Gita today, why we have to learn it today also. And we also saw, is it scientific to accept the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, how it is scientific. We saw all these points. So today we'll be going to this topic, qualification of an ideal disciple. what is meant by a disciple? That we'll see. And what kind of qualifications are required? Just like, if you take admission to a college, there is eligibility criteria. You can take admission only if this is there. So in that way, what is qualification for us? We are just checking what is qualification of guru, how he should be and everything. But now it comes to us also. Who are we? How will we approach? What spirit we saw we should approach in? So we'll try to see qualifications of an ideal disciple. Ideal disciple. But sometimes Guru doesn't even see whether we are ideal. He gives mercy. So we have a hope, even if it's not like I can't get admission, so I give some money and take a what it is called paid seat or something, management seat. Nothing like that. या मेरा कोई jack है उधर, ऐसा नहीं. So this is the verse of the Bhagavad Gita which is signifying how Arjun surrendered to Krishna. कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता यश्रेयस्या निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. I am surrendered to you. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. This perfectly tells us what is the procedure of submission to Guru. How one has to approach. Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. I am your disciple. I want to surrender to you. Shishyasteham. Arjun was quite confident that he is going to be accepted by Krishna as his disciple. So he is very confidently saying. But sometimes we may not even have that confidence, because Krishna was already, Arjun was already a devotee. Bhakto sime sakha cheti rahasyam hedat uttamam. Krishna said that I am giving you this rahasya because you are my devotee and friend. So they had such a relationship. He knew with confidence that Krishna, if I am surrendering to Krishna, he will accept me as disciple. So that confidence is there in the Shishyasteham. But we have to qualify ourselves for getting accepted by our spiritual master. Our spiritual master sets up a system by which he reveals to us that what will make you acceptable to me. So Guru-Shishya relationship is not only something initiated by a disciple, or somebody approaching a Guru is one thing, Guru accepting is another thing. Both things should happen. We have to give sufficient confidence to Guru that he is ready to accept us. So let us see this.
Prabhu, so it says a soul surrendered. So is this verse before he understands, after he understands the difference between body and soul? Yeah, because it says clearly soul surrendered.
Alright. In fact, this science of soul is so much missing in us only. At that time, everybody knew, really speaking, that they are soul. Now we also know we are spirit soul before going to surrendering to a spiritual master. Isn't it? We know. But that knowledge that I am soul in a theoretical understanding and actual realization of that spirit soul existence is different. So soul, this is also sometimes it is also like a materialistic lover to his beloved or her beloved. They say, I am surrendered soul to you. Isn't it? Husband to wife or wife to husband says, मेरी आत्मा आपके लिए पूरी समर्पित है. ऐसे materialistic लोग भी बोलते हैं, है कि नहीं? So that way what is signified by soul is my heart. मेरा सब कुछ आपके लिए है. So that मेरा सब कुछ is signified by soul. This word sometimes. Here, pruchhami, I am asking. त्वाम, तुम्हें, आपको, धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता यस्याम निश्चितम ब्रूहितम में तन्मे शिष्यस्ते हम शाधिमाम त्वाम प्रपन्नम. प्रपन्नम is highlighted by the word soul. Sometimes we say मैं आपको शरण हूं, आपके शरणागत हूं, बट हमारा हिडन एजेंडा रहता है. क्यों शरणागत हूं? आपसे कुछ मुझे निकालना है, हाँ, सम मटेरियल बेनिफिट. वो शरणागति में अगर कोई बोले कि मैं आपको पूरी तरह से शरणागत हूं, तो हम ये शब्द बहुत बार यूज करते हैं. मेरा सर्वस्व, मेरा हृदय, मेरा आत्मा तक आपके लिए. आत्मा पहुंच गए तो फिर सबसे ऊपर है ऐसे. दैट इज शोइंग द इंटेंट. दैट वर्ड इज शोइंग इंटेंट एंड मे नॉट बी कंप्लीट सिचुएशन ऑफ रियलाइजेशन ऑफ सोल. इंटेंट.
General people always say surrender कर लिया, but then
हाँ.
Correct. Soul surrender is very
Correct. Perfect. It's so sweet. Sanskrit language, its meaning. I hope you are getting why it is Deva Bhasha, why it is language of demigods or language of spirit soul. Depth is tremendous. So let us start. Being disciple, is it required? That we saw. We will see what is a disciple. Do we need to be a disciple? Can one avoid it? We answered these questions, most of them. Why the question of eligibility? Do we fear to become a disciple? We answered most of the questions already. But again, from disciples' point of view, again we are checking what is in our heart. Disciple means strict follower of the disciplines given by the spiritual master. So it's not that disciple means a prestigious position. I have become disciple of that guru. You know that? It's not like that. Disciple means he is disciplined by the way the spiritual master wants him to behave in his life. So there are strict rules and regulations which need to be followed, which are given by the guru. The disciple should follow them strictly. Subsequently, one may know what are the rules, the details of the rules. But without any rules, we saw it in Identifying Divine Guide also, that guru never says that you don't follow any rules and regulations of scriptures, you just do this. Give me some donation, chant this mantra, and Srila Prabhupada says it like that. No genuine guru will say you don't have to follow any scriptural rule. You can behave in whatever way you like. You can do anything that you want. You just give me some donation and I will give this mantra and you just chant. Forget everything else. And you will be perfect. Or you are born in a particular religion. Now you are a perfect being because you are born in that religion. Everybody else in other religions are, they are condemned people and they need to be killed. They are just like animals. Or you are born as a male, so you are perfect now. Some religions are like that. Females, they treat females as vastu, not vyakti. They feel it is meant for them. It's like कुछ भी मतलब wooden thing or this thing. Yes, this is meant for use. ऐसे भी उसको बजाओ, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Some religions are like that. I don't know whether Sarva Dharma Samabhav has brainwashed people. They think every religion is same, but it is horrible. Some religions are really horrible. They treat women like that. So it's not a birth right or privilege. Guru also gives a birth. It is called Dvija. Dvija means your birth again. So when Guru accepts a disciple, he takes all the reactions of his past sinful life on him. He prays for the disciple and relieves him from burden of his previous reactions, and he starts his spiritual journey by giving him a mantra, and the disciple gets new birth, spiritual birth. That's why it is called Dvija. दूसरी बार जन्म हुआ इसलिए द्विज. So it's a second birth. So when you take initiation, it's not that now you are reborn into a new this thing, and now you have birthright. Because you are a disciple of a spiritual master, you have a birthright and now you are perfect. It's not like that. Some people feel spiritual master के पास जाओ, वो सर पे हाथ रखेंगे, कुछ मंत्र देंगे, बस मैं उद्धार हो गया अभी मुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं, I am free from birth, old age, disease, death. No, it's not like that. Guru gives a disciplined way of living. One has to follow the instructions of spiritual master. One may feel discouraged, then what is the use? I will anyway follow good spiritual lifestyle. I will hear from somebody who is surrendered to a surrendered disciple of a spiritual master. I will ask him, tell me those rules and regulations. I will follow. Why need of spiritual master? Avoiding spiritual master. But when one actually follows the instructions of spiritual master, he is already a disciple without even initiation sometimes. If you accept a person as your spiritual master, authority within your mind, and you follow strictly all the rules, regulations that he has given, in a way you are surrendered to him. Only thing is, our ego, false ego, is so powerful that we want to avoid spiritual master. That should not be there, number one. Number two, we are a bound person. A bound person. Suppose आप सब ने अरे इतने देर तक हमारा सिर खाते इसको बांध के रखो करके मुझे बांध दिया ये चेयर के साथ, एक रोप्स के साथ, मैं हिल भी नहीं सकता, इस तरह से बांध दिया मुझे. Can I free myself? If you have sufficiently tied me tightly, I can't free myself. Similarly, a person cannot free himself. That is the point of having spiritual master. So spiritual master relieves all your false egos, conditioned binding to this material world. He frees because he knows how to untangle your connection within the heart for this material world. And sometimes it's a difficult process for false ego. False ego doesn't want to listen to anybody. This will be realized when actually we follow. We will realize how false ego doesn't want to surrender, doesn't want to accept anybody else's authority on our life. So therefore it's a tough relationship, it's an operation. Open heart surgery है. तो ऑपरेशन डिफिकल्ट होता है कभी कभी, और जितना ज्यादा फॉल्स ईगो है, जितना कम सरेंडर है आध्यात्मिक गुरु का, उतना डिफिकल्ट जाता है फॉल्स ईगो. बट यू नीड, जैसे एक छोटे बच्चे को कभी कभी बहुत बुखार चढ़ता है, को डॉक्टर भी लगता है, 2-4 लोग लगते हैं, उसको पकड़ते हैं, इंजेक्शन देते हैं. तो उस तरह से ये भी थोड़ा सा हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज यूज्ड टू से that a spiritual master, something like this he used to say, a spiritual master is very strict sometimes, very strict apparently. Nowadays spiritual master also understands the age and the difficulties of disciples, but spiritual master ऐसा नहीं कि खुशामद करेगा. तो आप भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती महाराज used to say, you have given me donation, that doesn't mean you have purchased me. He used to plainly say like that. Because spiritual master is not something to be purchased by money, isn't it? So somebody comes and gives a donation, if he feels that I am greater, I can give donation, because of my donation the spiritual master is surviving, then it's false, fake. The spiritual master survives on the grace of compassion of God himself. He doesn't need any material help. We need him. So that false ego should not be there when we approach spiritual master. And whatever he tells us, we have to accept completely and follow. That is discipline. That's why disciple, the word, it is based on discipline. Just as a doctor, I gave this example, just as a doctor can help a patient only if the patient follows the prescriptions and diet the doctor gives. Nowadays there are so many pathis which will tell you don't follow anything, but such things won't work for a lifestyle disease or a lifelong disease. You have to follow certain prescriptions. So that is disciple. We saw all this. We saw at Tadvijnanatham Gurum Eva Abhigachet, must surrender. This is from Upanishad. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. Only one who has a guru can know the truth. Tasmat Gurum Prapadyet Jidnyasu Shreya Uttamam Shabde Parecha Nishnatam Brahmani Upashamashrayam. Shabde Parecha Nishnatam. He should be completely fixed up and realized the conclusions of the scriptures, and he should be very expert in delivering what is there in the scriptures. Shabde Parecha Nishnatam. Shabde means Shabda Praman. Shabda Praman, everybody knows what is Shabda Praman. Pare means Apareyam itastu anyam prakrutim vidhi me param. Parecha Nishnatam, param. What is param? Spiritual reality. We saw in 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, when we saw discover yourself, we saw there are 3 personalities within us. If you remember, Bhumi Rapo Analo Vayu Kham Mano Buddhirevacha Ahankara iti yamme Bhinna Prakriti Ashtada. There are these 8 constituent elements of Apara Prakriti. What are they? Earth, water, air, fire, ether. 5. Gross body. And subtle body is mind, intelligence and false ego. All of these constitutes what? My Apara Prakriti. Material. But what is spiritual? Apareyam itastu anyam. इस अपरा से कुछ अन्य है. Earth, water, air, fire, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego, इनसे कुछ अलग है. What is that अलग? Apareyam itastu anyam. प्रकृतिम विद्धि में पराम. क्या है? परा प्रकृति है. शब्दे परे च निष्णातम तेथील प्रमाणनेन वे वेदांसी ते जीव जंतु सीके विकळे. अभंग से तेथील प्रमाण नेण वे वेदांसी. शब्द मतलब वेदास also don't know what is there in real spiritual world. They try to describe what is there. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावकः यद् गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. That abode of mine from which nobody returns when he goes there there is no sun there, there is no moon there, everything is self-illuminated. This is an attempt of explaining what is spiritual world. But by just this is not there, that is not there, will we be able to realize and understand and see what is there in spiritual world? Merely description in words won't give us sufficient idea, even of the objects of this world. Suppose somebody has never tasted something like a gulab jamun. We give this example many times. Most of the people like it. Gulab jamun. If we describe gulab jamun like gulab jamun is a brown color spherical object with this much of shape, these many dimensions, and it's an amorphous substance, or litmus test on it gives you this color, and then it is dipped in a viscosity liquid of this much density and all. Will he understand what is gulab jamun? No. Similarly, scriptures will tell something about spiritual world. But parecha nishnatam, Guru is nishnatam in pare, matlab he knows, he sees what is there. He sees what is spiritual reality. So he is nishnatam brahmani upashamashrayam, and he is completely fixed up in Brahman or spiritual world. He is fixed up. He is living in spiritual world. He is not living in material world. He is only visible to us because Krishna has connected. Sometimes we see वडाच्या पारंब्या मराठीमध्ये म्हणतात. एवरीबडी नोज मराठी. और वट वृक्ष, उसमें जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, बैनियन ट्री का वो जो नीचे आता है पारंबी. हाँ, हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं पता नहीं. हाँ, जड़ तो ब्रांच है बट ऊपर से आता है ऐसे, और नीचे आता है, नीचे चिपकता है, उससे एक नया वट वृक्ष भी उत्पन्न होता है. हाँ, जटा. सो जस्ट आई सॉ वंस, दिस इज माय ओन दिस थिंग example. I saw like the tree is like a spiritual world, and that branch which comes down and settles in ground again is like a guru who connects you to back to the original tree, the spiritual master. So he is medium for a disciple. So the disciple has to consider this, his surrender, seeing his connection of Shabde Parecha Nishnatam. He has to understand this. Brahmani Upasamashrayam. He is always fixed up in spiritual devotional service. Also here the translation, such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Godhead, that is Brahmani Upasamashrayam, leaving aside all material considerations. So this is need. Urgency we saw, I feel. Nrudeham, there are many verses. We saw Chaturshithishu Laksheshu Kadachit Manushyam Labhyate, if you remember. 84 lakh species of life, one obtains an opportunity. So it's a rare opportunity where you get a bona fide spiritual master, which it is more rare. Nrudeham Adyam Sulabham Sudurlabham Plavam Sukalpam Guru Karnadharam. Means the human body which can award all benefit in life is automatically obtained by the laws of nature, although it is very rare achievement. This human body can be compared to a perfectly constructed boat having the spiritual master as the captain and the instructions of the personality of Godhead as favorable winds impelling it on its course. So it's like, you imagine yourself, have you ever had a sea journey, long journey in the middle of the sea, where there is no land for so many hundreds and thousands of kilometers? If you are in the middle of the sea, how much important is a boat? And Karnadhara means one who is leading the boat, captain of the boat. How much he is important? He is everything. Our life survival is dependent on him. Similarly, Guru is that person, and this human body is that boat. Before this boat sinks, we have to take instructions of Guru Karnadhara and get our, हमारी नैया पार करनी है जन्म मृत्यु से. तो गुरु कर्णधार है. He is very important, and scriptural teachings are anukula maya anukulena nabhasvaterikin. They are favorable winds. So the Karnadhara, the captain of the ship, knows where are winds flowing, time, place, circumstance. And he knows how to take you to a particular path. He knows where are there are obstacles, which path is, sometimes the path may be longer, but he will take you safely. That path is not correct, because he is connected, captain is connected to the satellite instructions or whatever, whoever is monitoring that ship nowadays. He knows where are which problems, where there is a disturbed sea which could, doom you, drown the ship. He knows where are cold regions where something like Titanic should not happen. He knows, he is connected to Supreme, he is connected to Para. He knows to take you out of all problems. So again, Maya Anukulena, Krishna's Anukulasya Sankalpaha. He knows what is Anukul, favorable for spiritual life. So he gives you those principles by which you can live. So those principles are important to be followed. So it's a rare opportunity, but we must become eligible. It is said in Upanishads, it's not there in this book, I got some of those verses from other scriptures. In this book it is not there, but it goes to show how a qualified guru as well as a qualified good disciple, both of them are rare. Both of them are rare. Shravanayapi bahurbhiyo na labhyah shunvantopi bahavo na vidyuhu. Shravanayapi bahubhiryo na labhyah. Many cannot hear about the soul. Or Shravanayapi, even after hearing, many cannot know. Shunvantopi bahavo na vidyah. Even after hearing about it, many cannot understand. Ascharyo asya vakta kushalo asya labdha. Such a qualified guru, hard to find a guru who is a genuine seer of the truth. Labdha ascharyo jnata kushalanu. Such a qualified guru is a great soul and is very rare. Only those who follow his teachings can realize the truth and become expert in the science of God. Such disciples are also very rare. So one has to understand that anything rare, how much we value it. Anything rare in this world, how much we value it. How much we want it. How much hope do we have to get it. And if we get it, how much we should within our heart preserve it. So it's very rare to get proper pure spiritual path, proper pure spiritual teacher, proper spiritual guru, proper disciple also, very rare. Means qualification of an ideal disciple is also that he understands that he's got a very rare life. This is a very rare opportunity. He has come in contact with a rare path, especially in this age of Kali Yuga. He has come in contact with a genuine spiritual master. Because of mercy of Krishna or God, one gets a spiritual master. Because of God, one gets a spiritual master. Because of spiritual master, one gets God. So therefore, they are very rare, very important to get in immediate connection with them. And life is so short, we have so less time, all these factors are important. So this urgency, again we put it while we presented identifying divine guide. Now we are putting it here also that it's urgent for us. And if our heart is internally surrendering to a spiritual master, we have got a rare consciousness, a rare opportunity of a very sober mind. And we should not waste it. We should highly value it within our heart that now I have everything by which I can get liberated, by which I can situate myself in a spiritual perfection. Yes, Prabhuji.
You said because of Krishna you get spiritual master, and because of spiritual master you get God.
Krishna, God.
So probably the other religions like Christianity and the Muslims, Prophet Muhammad or Jesus Christ, is he the spiritual master?
If they fit into the proper teachings of the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. If they do not fit, that's why we saw scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, all of these three. Basically, there are certain things like our scriptures are so. We saw that tree of Vedic knowledge. We saw comparison with other religions. If you remember one chart I had shown, big chart. So religion doesn't mean spirituality. That is first thing one has to understand. Then in we are talking about spirituality. We are not talking about religion. And Srila Prabhupada said, religion without proper philosophy is blind following or fanaticism. Religion without philosophy is fanaticism. And philosophy without religion is mental speculation. Getting the point? हिंदी में बोलो क्या? Huh? Srila Prabhupada used to give such wonderful insights. Religion without philosophy means there is no philosophical, scientific, perfectly pure basis of why something is said in that religion. Then that becomes fanaticism. It's not bona fide. Like if you ask a question and there is no answer in your scriptures, which is understood by people in general as a logical and न्याय संगत, न्यायपूर्ण. जैसे some principles are one principle I said, if you are from my religion, you have right to live, otherwise you don't have right to live. There is no philosophy, it's just simple statement. This philosophy with proper understanding, proper reasoning, proper acceptability, proper न्याय बोलते, न्याय संगत होना चाहिए ना. अन्याय कैसे हो सकता है इतना? भगवान क्या ऐसा अन्याय करेंगे? तो such a thing cannot be spirituality. Religion without philosophy is mental speculation. And philosophy, I have a philosophy. I say so many things. I say that nahi. According to my observations, soul is made up of earth, water, air, fire, ether only. Soul is made up of earth, water, air, fire, ether only. 5 gross elements. Life is coming from chemicals. This is my philosophy. There is no morality about it. Or other thing is, I can, if I eat other living beings, then I will get this calcium, vitamin, and this and that. This is my philosophy, so-called scientific philosophy. But is there any morality associated with it? Otherwise, if I find that boy, if I eat a boy, I will get so much of vitamins, I will kill that boy. This is why I said this live example, because we are non-vegetarians people. I don't know whether you are, I hope not there. If you are feeling hurt, I don't have any problem. You feel hurt, that's why I am speaking. Extreme, sometimes hype will give the insight into what you are doing, what criminal thing we are doing. These other living beings, they have their own children. The father immediately felt what I meant. How horrible this idea is. So, this is philosophy without religion.
This is mental speculation.
Actually, there is nothing. In fact, it is all fake. Sometimes people say onion garlic खाना चाहिए, हार्ट के लिए अच्छा होता है. ऐसे बोलने वाले कितने लोग हार्ट अटैक से, प्री मैच्योर डेथ से जाते हैं, मैंने देखा है. हमको बोलते हैं, अरे आप यू आर मिसिंग आउट ऑन समथिंग. ऑफ कोर्स डिवोटीज आल्सो समटाइम्स डाई अर्ली एज, बट ये क्यों मरने चाहिए फिर? ये इतना कॉन्फिडेंटली फिलोसॉफी बता रहे हैं अपना. ऐसा नहीं है. द रियल स्पिरिचुअलिटी, रियल रिलीजन गिव्स एवरीथिंग, एवरी प्रिंसिपल इज देयर. यस.
आजकल के जमाने में तो बहुत सारे साधु संत महाराज है, तो पहचानना कैसे है कि ये मेरा और इनका फ्रीक्वेंसी मैच होगा और ये मेरे स्पिरिचुअल गुरु हो सकते हैं?
यू हैव टू एसोसिएट विद देम फॉर सीरियस लॉन्ग अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम, एंड सिंस दे आर वेरी रेयर, दे आर वेरी फ्यू. First and foremost, they should be affiliated to Sampradaya. You can hear that lecture which identifying divine guidance. How to identify? There is a list of things. Tick more, check boxes. 26 qualities. And they are very rare. You will find, अरे नहीं ये यहाँ पे ये हो गया, क्रॉस हो गया, यहाँ पे क्रॉस हो गया. ऐसा करके जो लिस्ट बचता है वो 4-5 लोग ही दिखेंगे आपको पूरी दुनिया में. ऐसा है.
Is there an option for onion garlic?
Yes, it is there. You can use ginger. Ginger is there, and it's a myth. It's a myth that onion garlic is good for heart, which is I am quoting a doctor who who came to our office. This doctor, he was head of Association of Doctors for Health of Heart के डॉक्टर्स का एसोसिएशन का हेड थे वो. He was giving a seminar on stress management. There he said, we don't know, some myths in the name of medical science, he was saying. And one of the myths he brought out was the myth of garlic. Onion garlic is good for heart. It's a myth, he said. Who told people in general, which medical authority, tell me? He was asking. Who told this? Where is it?
What is the real loss that we use?
Acha.
Acha.
Onion and garlic are considered to be tamasic food, mode of ignorance. It increases spiritual ignorance in a person. It dulls our brain to understand higher values of life, spirituality. Tamoguni. It brings us down. It gives us effects which increase our anarthas in the heart, like Kama, Krodha, Lobh, Moh, Madhu, Matsar. All these are manifestations of ignorance and passion. So Sattvic is higher, Rajasic is middle, and Tamasic is down. So these are considered tamasic food which will affect our consciousness very badly. And there is sufficient medical evidence. It is also true there are some medicinal qualities, but it is similar to what example I gave. It doesn't mean if you have alternatives, why should you go for a lower alternative, which will bring your consciousness down? Why you should go for it? There are other methods, other scientific methods, other scientific alternatives. So it's a big question nowadays. Earlier in our civilization, there was no question. People by default never eat these things. These are propagated by some malicious people, malicious religious affiliations, malicious so-called, like why this, it's not a lecture of eating actually, but since this subject has come, there are certain countries who do not have flora and fauna like India. They have very few options for vegetarian food. So what they do, they are on animalistic platform. So they eat animals, and they have farms like we have. खेती करते हैं ना, वैसे एनिमल्स की खेती होती है. तो हाँ एनिमल की खेती की वजह से क्या होता है, वो एनिमल्स ग्रो होते हैं, बहुत सारे एनिमल्स ग्रो करते हैं वो इन एरिया, एंड दे वांट टू सेल दीज एनिमल्स. तो दे वांट टू मार्केट. हाउ विल यू ईट एनिमल्स? दे हैव टू मार्केट इन इंडिया. सो दे हेवीली मार्केट थ्रू सो कॉल्ड scientific propaganda. But we have to ask this question. First of all, it is not scientific. Human beings are not meant to consume meat by nature. We can prove it. There is separate lectures we can take. At least 10 lectures I can take. How human body is not meant for consumption of meat. And how our intestine, how our teeth, how our saliva, all these systems, how temperature, structure of tongue and everything. Everything means there are so many reasons. But why, despite of such all reasons against meat eating has become so much prevalent? It's just because of its so-called scientific marketing. It's not at all scientific, it's unscientific totally. But they are marketing because they want to earn money, that's all. Similarly, this onion garlic is also marketing business. Yes.
मम्मी को जब मैं कहती हूँ कि ऑनियन गार्लिक कम इस्तेमाल करो, मत इस्तेमाल करो, तो वो कहती है कि बिना ऑनियन गार्लिक के तो कोई
टेस्ट ही नहीं आती,
सब्जी बनी नहीं सकती और अभी भी बनी नहीं
हम जो
सकती.
हॉस्पिटलाइट यहाँ में मैगी वगैरह छोड़ के तो बहुत कम ऑप्शंस रहते हैं. मतलब टिफिन तो मैं मंगा नहीं सकती, ऑनियन गार्लिक के वो स्पेशल चार्जेस मांग रहे थे. खुद से बना सकते हो, लेकिन इन केस कभी नहीं बना पाए तो फिर क्या खाएंगे हम? चिप्स भी देखेंगे तो उसमें सब में वही कंटेंट है, बस प्लेन सॉल्टेड चिप्स में ऑनियन गार्लिक,
तो वो खा सकते. नहीं, there are options. If you open your eyes ना, there are so many options. It's just a conditioning that is enforced on us कि ऑनियन गार्लिक के बिना टेस्ट ही नहीं आता है.
We realize this thing by eating khichdi prasad.
Right. Not only khichdi, you go to good Govinda's restaurants. There are varieties, unlimited. You go to Jagannath, this thing, Chappan Bhog. There are so many varieties. Its only thing is, it has been pushed to us in our civilization, and it has come to a point where it is difficult, really difficult for people to follow these principles.
रेसिपीज है ना, मतलब रेगुलर फूड बनाना है विदाउट.
हाँ, there are recipes. Of course, you see according to your capacity and take guidance from somebody. Try to avoid, but alternatives are there truly.
ऑनियन लेकिन विटामिन B12 को टेस्ट नहीं होता. अगर
हाँ.
पका के खाएंगे तो उसका कोई टेस्ट होता ही नहीं.
तीखा ऐसा कुछ फीलिंग रहता है, बस एक पंजेंट
गार्लिक का टेस्ट रहता है, ऑनियन का कोई टेस्ट नहीं. ऑनियन इजीली अवॉइडेड
कर सकते हैं. Only thing is, some of the students are dependent, some of the family members are cooking and they will not agree.
For student it is very easy. They can eat salads
हाँ.
daily. It is very easy to.
सत्व गुण बढ़ाना पड़ेगा उसके लिए, सलाड पे संतुष्ट रहने के लिए.
That is more nutritious for you.
प्रभु जी, लेकिन विटामिन B12 ऐसा बोला जाता है कि
है, वेजिटेरियन सोर्स है.
है क्या?
I have. If you want, I will give you that link. We have.
Vitamin B12 is present in soybean.
लेकिन
But in soybean भी avoid करना चाहिए.
नहीं, few more options are there. Of course, this lecture is not made for that, so I am not going into the details. So we will have a break.
Prabhuji, one can better go to dietitian.
Huh?
I think in this matter, to solve this problem about diet, one can better go to dietitian.
Yes, but dietitians are many times not seeing it from our spiritual perspective.
Yes.
They give us solutions, but they are not necessarily under the allowed category of eatables.
They are professionals.
नहीं, but dietitians को अगर जैसे many people I have heard saying कि Jain recipes available all over the world. Why? Because Jain are not ready to bow down to modern way of eating. They say नहीं, Jain नहीं है ना, नहीं खाएंगे. So that way हम dietitian के पास जाएंगे, ये ऑनियन गार्लिक है, नहीं लूंगा. दूसरा अल्टरनेटिव, क्या फायदा है आपके डाइटिशियन का, ऐसा बोलो उनको. कि आप इतना दुनिया में इतना सब कुछ है, आपको नहीं मिला है, क्या आपका रिसर्च है. वी शुड बी फर्म. ऑफ कोर्स माँ को ऐसा ये मत करो इमीडिएटली, नहीं तो बोलेंगे बंद करो जाने.
ग्रेवी बन ही नहीं सकती, मतलब कुछ भी ग्रेवी पकाना हो, जैसे कि करी हम पकाते हैं, पनीर की सब्जी अगर बनाते हैं, उसकी करी बन ही नहीं सकती ऑनियन गार्लिक के बिना.
You have options of
नहीं, माता जी को फीस्ट खिलाना पड़ेगा मंदिर का.